Sony Michel, his first carry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll run it here. This is James White. White's got a first down and more. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the backside? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They'll drop the throw. Steps away to his left. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. They give him a gain of 38.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Forbath will put this one through, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board, and a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. This one caught by Crowder. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
32.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Bernard. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Like 7.
Stafford on first down. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more on that one and another first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the red zone now, Stafford eluding the pressure right. He drops it off for Bernard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Here's Stafford. Flush to his right. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Goes underneath here to White. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a third down. Now a toss play. This is White. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll check this one down to Michel. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back to Foxborough after this. He'll drop to throw. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Trent Murphy in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. of the gun. They'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Trent Murphy in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
We got three. We got flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bills getting set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
That'll be caught right side by Reed. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, Stafford here. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Stafford now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Stafford buying time to his left. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Carlson able to put this one through. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he stopped immediately there. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, here's Stafford. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Bernard. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
On the ball, on the ball. White. Hey, go here.
They'll run again with Bernard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
You have to control the guy playing over the nose in order to run the ball up the middle against a 3-4, and they did that very well on that play. And that hurts the linebackers because what they're counting on, especially the guys in the middle, is that nose taking on 2, sometimes 3 blockers, eating those guys up and allowing the linebackers to run free and make a play. But when they control the nose, it allows other guys to get upfield to that second level and block the linebackers, and now the running backs got some room to roam.
On first down, it's Stafford. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Middle.
Now a carry for Bernard. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Hey, takes 2 right there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Carlson is good, and the Bills have taken the lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever they...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaq Lawson in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Flex round! Flex round!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a dump off to White. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Second down, Michelle. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making them do it that way, didn't they?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And here come the Bills. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Go here. Like 7. Hey, go here. Hey, take 2. 2 of those 3.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. He's going to wind up and air it out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, it's Michel. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And an alley to run. 12 more yards there and another first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Attack 50 left. Zebra.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
32.
Second and 10, Stafford again. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And that'll make it third down.
Okay, partner, hyperbole a little bit, right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone. They've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
He's back to throw. Steps away. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ohio! Ohio!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
They stay on the ground with White. And he'll get this down only to the 18. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Now Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it on. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, look at that. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. Now a first throw here in overtime. He'll buy some time right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now a pitch out to Michelle. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
First throw in overtime for Stafford. On the catch, it's Crowder. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, tag 50 left!
Out of the gun, Stafford. That's complete. Bernard. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now the Bills will hustle to the line. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Here we go, here we go! Zebra! Zebra! 10, 10! 50, 50!
Stafford on first down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, it definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
So for the Pats, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.